This is a what we call a wild strawberry. They're actually, I believe, technically called an alpine strawberry. This is what is this, October now? This is really late in the season. These come out about mid-May into June. This was a pretty good size one, but you just pop it right off. Got a kind of a white fruit, but it's real sweet. Tastes like a mild strawberry, but they're called alpine strawberries. And these are the leaves, and this is an unripened one that's open up, but you're gonna look for this pod-like thing with a yellow flower. You know, like there's a red one here. It's not open all the way, but it'll have a flower. It's kind of like a buttercup, and then it'll grow the strawberry. So you get a good little patch of these with about 20 or 30, and it's a nice little snack when you're out in the woods. And these are all over the place. There's more over here. There's actually a good number of them for how late it is in the season. But yeah, another survival food. There's another one. Good size too. Okay, me and my boy here, I'm gonna go sideways too. My son Obadiah, oldest son, we are out scavenging around the house at night, just demonstrating some stuff that you can easily find with a flashlight at night. Survival, if you're looking for plants that you can eat while you're looking for small game out hunting in the woods. This is all indigenous stuff, and this plant we're looking at here is called a plantain plant, and it's got a leaf very similar, this one right here, boy, to a spinach leaf. Kind of curls like a spinach leaf. So we're gonna find the base of this plant. Yeah. Let's see. This one here is right next to it, so we don't want to pick that one by mistake. So we're gonna get to the base of this plantain plant. See, there's some more growing right here. We'll pick that too. I got that whole thing by the root over here. Let me find this one. There it is. So you got a good cluster of that. So here's a nice salad for one person if you got some wild berries. We're gonna go back to the port. Come over here. Okay, so what we did, like I said, we were out scavenging. This is what we come up with for the night, and this is second week of October. Started to get cool at night. Gardens are dying, you know. So we have some grains that have already flowered, and they've already. So these are the seeds. So this is a grain. So what you can do with this, see, there's food right there. See this little guy right there, an ant. I just smash him. Need mine now. It's protein. I just ate an ant on video. I got a leg stuck in my tooth. Probably bugged me wiggling all night long. Okay, so these are one type of wild grain, and obviously, as a seed, chances are if it's just a weed seed in North America, it's probably going to be harmless as long as you cook it really well. So you can either boil them or you can crush it and dry it, and then add water and some salt and sugar, and make little loaves of bread with it. Here's another type. This is a smaller type of grain. and these has the little fuzzy hairs are kind of like a little caterpillar. And you just take this, take your thumbnail, and just start flaking it right off. Into a container, and then when you get enough of it in your container, now some people have little mortar and pestles, but a way you can do it in your hands is to get a good amount in the palm of your hands, take your thumb and just keep pushing it, make a cup and push it up, and it'll just kind of roll right back down under your thumb. And that's one way you can do it, or you can use like a really smooth rock and a smooth piece of wood, and and then you try to separate, filter out as much of any of the chaff that you can, and you can make bread. On these, and most people say, well, you can't eat these, but in the summer when they flower, you can eat the flowers off of them. And when you find them in the winter, they're a pain in the rear to pick, but all this crushed up pretty good, pretty loose, all these fine hairs and everything, that's tinder. And if you can get that to catch a spark with a fire striker, there's beginning of a fire. This is some kind of vine foliage that grows along the ground among the bushes here a lot. I'm not sure if you can eat it. I'm going to look into this. So if you see this, look for a future video. I'm going to try to identify what kind of plant this is. Now, these are two types of leaves that almost everybody in North America, all over the place, sees in their yard during the spring, summer, and fall. Now, this, most people would say, that's a dandelion leaf. This, most people would say, well, that's a dandelion leaf. This is the dandelion leaf. It's very jagged, very unclear shape, just long and pointed at the tip. These are more wider, they're rounded at the tip, and the leaves don't grow quite as far down. They have quite a long stem, where the dandelion leaf grows all the way down to the base of the plant. These are both edible for salads. Just cut, a couple inches of the stem off and keep your main part of your leaf. Rinse them good. And this is what we went out looking for tonight. And this is wild plantain. These are all over people's yards, weed piles, everything, trying to get out of the light. When you pull gently on the leaf, it has strings in it. And you see those strings out past where I pulled it. See the strings? You pull gently and you see strings, and this is growing in little clusters, and it sprouts out of the ground like this. And when it goes to flower and then goes to seed, it'll have one straight little tough stem growing right up the top middle of the plant, and it'll grow anywhere from about 6 to 8 inches tall, and it'll have tight little seed clusters all over it, and that's where it flowers and then produces seeds. And you just take the stem off at the base of the leaf, and there's more salad greens. And then if you find some late season wild strawberries and some black walnuts, maybe some of the pawpaw fruit, we have enough here to help us out just a little bit. And if we were in a survival situation, this here, if we could find at least a small patch, a couple feet in diameter of any of these types of plants right here, that's enough vegetable matter and some moisture to keep you alive. And then you just have to worry about protein. and a good water supply and shelter and fire. So here's to help our fire. So I'm gonna put all this together and we'll get it on YouTube to you guys. So love y'all. Hope this helps you. Hope it educates you. And God bless and good night.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the stuff that we got tonight. That's what me and my son are dividing up because we found it. And I took some steak that I smoked a couple days ago. I saved a little bit of it for a project like this. So this is basically beef jerky. If you smoke it long enough, it'll preserve your meat. And preserved, smoked, homemade jerky. Just straight smoked and salted. Will last you about a month if you keep it cool and dry. So I took 2 average sized pieces that 2 men in the wild would eat for one dinner, something like this, trying to conserve their rations. So we've got
It's got more in it.
well, that's yours. You're my son, so you get more than me. Just to give you some flavor. And
What is that?
because I think you earned it,
Oh,
some little peppers out of
I
my
have
garden.
peppers. No tomato. I hate tomato.
You don't want to eat a green tomato?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to eat a green tomato with mine because it come out of my garden and it fell off and I don't want to waste it.
Hate tomatoes, especially green ones.
It's just starting to ripen up.
The cat on the camera.
And then after this, since you guys are all done eating and everything, clean up the table.
Don't point at me. I helped him. It's your turn to help him.
I ain't doing none of this mess.
You don't get no meat either.
We both get a decent sized pepper and then cut that very well. A small pepper. I could have slipped something in here when you weren't looking, you never know.
I know.
That boy's such an idiot, I swear. Such an
I hope he sees this.
Alright, get 2 forks out. Bottoms up, boy. This is your...
I'm gonna film you taking a bite, then you can film me taking a bite.
Alright, fine. I'll give me some pepper and tomato in there, too. Peppers grab you right away, man.
I know. They're like small, but they are pretty hot.
I love them little peppers. I'm glad we grew them this year.
Let's grow them next year again, too.
Yep.
Okay. Need to get a good amount. Okay.
Some meat and peppers in there, boy.
So it tastes like lemon A1.
Well, it's got lemon juice, but could you, if you had some bare minimum condiments and you found those vegetables and whatnot, could you live on that for a couple of days with adding a little bit of beef jerky and?
Couple days, yeah.
Yeah, you could survive till you got some more meat or some more plants. So here we go. That is the end of our video.
Like that.